So let's talk about manifestation. Some people reject it totally, others believe it to be some magical gift given from the universe. But what if there's a bridge between biology and belief? Brain influences what your brain pays attention to. What you repeatedly focus on becomes easier to notice. What you notice influences the decisions you make. Those decisions influence your habits, and your habits shape your future, right? We're going to say your present future. If every morning you tell yourself there's no opportunities or resources available, then your brain starts searching for evidence to prove you right. You ever heard the phrase or the phase, if you tell yourself that you can do it, you can, and if you tell yourself you can't do it, you can't? Now, somebody might try to argue the fact, well, I told myself I could become a millionaire and I haven't become. Okay, there's a gestation period, right? And most people quit before the completion of that gestation period. Well, what is he talking about? The law of gestation, right? Well, look at it like this. Are you planting an apple seed, an avocado tree, or a bamboo tree? What seeds are you planting? What do you want? You want $10,000? You want $10 million? Or you want $100 million or $1 billion? It just depends, right? It's a gestation period for your wants and needs, for those honest, conscious desires, those worthy, worthwhile goals that I love to talk about. Right. Your brain begins searching for proof. And because the reticular activating system loves confirmation, you will find that proof, whether it's good or bad. Now, imagine two people walking through a forest. They didn't create the forest, but they created the perceptions about the forest. So you have a guy walking through the forest, and he perceives that forest to be deadly, scary, right? Now, when he sees a broken branch on the ground, he thinks about how that branch got broken in on that ground. And when he hears a noise, he thinks about, well, is that a bear or a tiger? Is it going to eat me? Right? You get the point. Now, the girl walks through the same forest and she hears the waterfall. She hears the water falling and she thinks, oh, how beautiful of a sight that will be. Where is it? She hears the birds chirping and the bees buzzing, right? And the squirrels crawling. She thinks, oh, can I capture a sight of these beautiful things in nature? She looks at it in a totally different manner. She's in the same forest, walking down the same path, but she perceives that forest and that path to be a beautiful sight, which the guy depicts it to be a scary sight. Why? Because he's on focused on danger. He's terror. He's focused on the negative, and she's focused on the beauty of the things that she's hearing and seeing and smelling, right? Two different perceptions, right? Two different focuses. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? The reticular activating system. It is the filter, right? You have a filter, a water filter, and it keeps out the toxins and lets the good water flow through, right? Give you an example. I go to talk to someone, and this happens every day, about the keys to open the treasure chest, right? Because I got the blueprint to generational wealth. So I'm trying to give them this information, this knowledge. And their reticular activating system is throwing this in the trash because to it, this is trash because they are not focused on generational wealth. They're not focused on the keys to open the treasure chest. But if I talk to them about if I just gossip to them about this rapper or what happened in the neighborhood, their ears are wide open. The reticular activating system lets that in as if it's clean water. And it filters out the information I'm trying to give it as if it's toxins, because they're focused on the BS and not focused on what they say they want when I'm talking to them on a conscious conversation. They say they want the millions. They say they want the knowledge. But they only say that 1% of the day. 99.9% of the day, they're focused on the BS. And they don't realize that. So here go another example. The reticular activating system is also, you can say it's like a bodyguard at the door. And it's standing at this door guarding what comes in and what doesn't come in. So when I try to give you some game, the bodyguard is like, no, you can't come in here, game. He or she isn't focused on you. But if I try to give you some bull, oh yeah, you can come in here. He stay focused on that. You trained it to be this way. You can retrain it. But this is how you train your brain. So if you didn't know the importance of the reticular activating system, this is the importance of it. I had to figure this out because I was talking to clients. Why are they ignoring this valuable information? This information is so valuable. Why are they ignoring it? How could they? Why would they? Very important to understand, right? Very, very, very important. Very important. That's the hidden filter inside your brain that creates your reality. Your brain depicts what matters and what doesn't matter, depending on what are you focused on every day. Most of the day. Your brain only can consciously take in at about 50 to 100 bits of information. That's the conscious mind. Your subconscious mind can take in millions of information. So your subconscious mind is a recorder 24/7, 7 days a week, every day, all day. It's recording everything. All from the things that you smell to the things that you see to the things that you hear to the things that you feel, touch, and all of that, right? Your five senses, right? Based on what it is that you repeat the most, showing your brain that this is more serious than this, because I do this more than that. Your brain is going to, right? Remember, it's recording millions of bits of information, but it only can give about 50 to 100 pieces to your conscious mind in order to consciously manifest the things that you want, because most people are unconsciously manifesting. See, you're manifesting every day, all day. Everything that you have it because you manifested it. The job that you have, the relationship that you're in, everything that you have, you manifested it. Whether you think you didn't or not, you did. Now, to consciously manifest, you have to be conscious. Even though you're conscious 5% of the day and your subconscious mind is controlling your day 95% of the day, you take that 5% and you embed it and press it upon the subconscious mind by repeating it constantly, showing that you are serious about this subject more than any other subject. You emotionalize, you internalize, you focus, right? Now, you haven't been doing this consciously. Unconsciously, you've been focused on things that you don't claim you want, but you're not focused on things that you claim you want. You say you want to become this and that, but you're not focused on this and that more than you're focused on that and that. Right? So the reticular activating system is something very important to understand how this relates to manifestation. Now let's talk about manifestation again, in case you didn't catch it the first drift. Some people hear that word and imagine the universe magically delivering everything they ask for. Others reject the idea completely. But what if there's a bridge between the belief and the biology, which it is? Here's what neuroscience tells us. Your beliefs influence what your brain pays attention to. What you repeatedly focus on becomes easier to notice. What you notice influences the decisions you make. Those decisions influence your habits, and your habits shape your future. If every morning you tell yourself there's no opportunities or resources out there, your brain will find a reason to prove this as a fact. If you tell yourself that there's opportunities and resources out there, your brain will find a reason to prove this as fact. And because the reticular activated system loves confirmation, you will find what it is that you perceive. But imagine replacing every bad thought with a good one. There's opportunities around me that I haven't noticed yet. Suddenly, your attention shifts. You start to notice conversations, ideas, books, people, opportunities, business opportunities, solutions, right? You begin to notice things that you didn't notice at first. You don't just start seeing the dots, you start connecting those dots, right? If you start focusing on being a millionaire, you start connecting dots that will make you become a millionaire. If you focus on BS, your brain is going to find things to connect to that BS, right? Association. What's associated with the things that you focus on? Oh, here it goes. That's in association with, that's in connection with what you do. That's in connection with what I've been hearing your brain, what I've been hearing you talk about. Isn't that what you want? That's what you do all day. That's what you talk about all day. So here goes the challenge for the next 7 days. Before you pick up your phone or hop on the internet on your computer, ask yourself one simple question. Who do I want to become? What do I want to become? What do I really want to do in life? And that's what you focus on. Because again, wherever your intention goes, your energy flows.